Okay, hello. We are live. And let me just get things started here. While I'm pulling our presenter into the event today. Hey, she's coming on over. Awesome. Just do me a favor, go to the chat box right now and let us know who you are, where you're from, and what's your business. So as everybody's coming online and as we're getting things set up, like I said, go to the chat box. Let me know who you are, where you're from, and what your business is, because then I'll know that you can actually hear me. Because right now I could be talking to myself and I wouldn't even know. I see Tammy though. Tammy, can you see or hear me?
I can see you, Brady, and good to see you.
Excellent. While I'm waiting for somebody to answer in the chat box and say they can actually, all these things, I'd like to acknowledge happy birthday.
Thanks, Brady. Aw, that's sweet.
Super excited to spend some time with you on your birthday, even if it's short. Interestingly enough, I'm at the summit where we initially got to spend our first real time together. So I'm in Kananaskis right now. So awesome. So people are answering. We got Fritz from Mississauga, helping clients with business plans. New Jersey and e-commerce. Jessica, can you hear me? Awesome. Los Angeles, e-commerce. Rick Moore, perfect. Zachary, Kelly, Chicago, right? Healthy air radon testing. Cool. Atlanta e-com. So interesting, diverse, a lot of e-com today. Debbie in Seattle. So this is, we do these regular with business classes, and I'm not going to talk for very long because you guys aren't here to listen to me talk. This is the Entrepreneurs International Network Weekly Business Class. And today I'm just going to introduce Tammy. So Tammy Lane, when I first met this woman, I was just like astonished by the depth of knowledge and expertise in her particular area. And for those of you that don't know anything about Facebook ads, you're like, what the hell is a Facebook ad? Where do I find it? Is that something I pay somebody to do for me? Like all these different things, right? If you want to know how to create an automatic stream of clients using Facebook, you are in the right place. Tammy is the person you want to be listening to. She is the top of the game in the world. If you've wondered how to use Facebook ads in your business, if you want to start bringing those leads in automatically, if you have a program, a product, a service, right, where somebody spends, where you want them to spend more than $100 with you, this is the place to be. So Tammy Lane, a CPA, chartered account as well. She's got a long list of designations after her name because she's so damn smart. She's going to go over a couple things today, like how to get your ad set up and running in 30 days or less. This is the one I want you to know. The number one secret to creating a profitable Facebook ad that 90% of business owners miss, that cause them to lose on all the money. And I know that Facebook ads are a huge thing out there right now. And so I want you guys to really pay attention, because I think we're just really getting into the Facebook world. People think it's on a different trend. I think we're actually just really getting to it right now. So a business growth accelerator, Tammy Lane, is super committed, fiercely committed is what she tells me, to guiding service-based entrepreneurs to create Facebook ad systems to consistently and automatically grow your list and welcome new clients into the business. So without any further ado or rigmarole or yapping for me, welcome Tammy Lane.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me, Brady. I'm so excited to see you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. And for those of you, if you have questions or things like that, I'm going to have my camera off. Tammy, I'm going to make you the host just in case that way. And if there's anything that you need from me, just call out. And I have spotty internet here at the hotel, so I just want to make sure that you actually get it. And yeah, take it away.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Brady. I'm so excited to be here with you guys to talk about how to create an automatic flow of clients using Facebook ads. First thing up, always with Zoom, I'm going to get you to shut down anything that you have streaming going on in the side, like Facebook or any of those things. Usually if you're having trouble hearing me or seeing me, that's usually why. And I've got a lot of awesome stuff to cover for you today. I am going to show you how to hit the easy button on bringing in clients into your business by turning on a faucet of never-ending leads, clients, and sales for your growing businesses. So excited to be here. Brady mentioned this a little bit, but I'm going to tell you a little later on how we broke through $3 million in just 6 months. So if you want in on that secret, let me know in the chat box. I get super pumped when people are excited to learn how to use Facebook ads in their businesses. At the end, I have an awesome gift for you. 6 things that can get your Facebook ad account shut down. Now, I cannot tell you how many people come to me after they've already run ads and already had their Facebook ads account shut down. And I don't want you to go there. So I'm going to share these 6 unwritten rules that can get your ad account shut down a little later on. Brady did an awesome introduction, but I'm Tammy Lane, a coach, author, Facebook advertising expert, and business growth accelerator, and I specialize in accelerated marketing systems. Now, maybe you'll agree, I don't really look like your typical accountant. And when I first started in the upper management, the realm, it was mostly all male dominated. They didn't necessarily take me seriously. Maybe it was the blonde hair. But I had this knack for finding tens of thousands of dollars that businesses were missing out on. They were just stepping over it in their businesses, and help put millions of dollars more cash in their pockets over the years. And today, entrepreneurs hire me to ignite an automatic stream of clients using the power of Facebook Faucet, because most, they're just playing the lottery on Facebook. Maybe you can relate. They've accumulated a ton of friends, done a ton of posting, and they really don't have any money in return. They've got no system, no clients, and no impact. So what I help them do is generate huge results all under their own control using effective Facebook advertising to unleash a never-ending faucet of high-quality leads, clients, and sales for their growing businesses. Bottom line, I make Facebook ads easy to implement so that you can get results the fastest way possible. But I totally know what it's like to play the lottery in your business, as I made a few of those dive-in mistakes early on. So Brady mentioned this, but in 2007, I up and quit my corporate job making six figures and hopped on into online marketing. And I was so excited to hop in. I'd been hearing all these amazing things going on about the results that people were getting by marketing online. And so I wanted in on a piece of the action. And I thought it was going to be totally reasonable to replace my six-figure income in 6 months. I'll tell you more about that later. That's not quite what happened. And after a year of networking, blogging, doing social media posts, all those things that everyone said that I should be doing, I didn't have a lot of clients to show for it. And I was almost at the end of my rope, having to go back to my corporate job, where, get this, I had to track my time in 6-minute intervals. Crazy, and I couldn't imagine having to go back into that. And many of you have been inspired by a dream that caused you to leap out of what you were doing before and start up a business, because you were so passionate about the difference that you can make in people's lives, so passionate about sort of navigating your own future by having your own business. And most of you might know what it's like to burn through your savings trying to set up that business and get it off the ground. Some of you have done just what I did, making a ton of friends on Facebook, doing a ton of posts on Facebook and other social media platforms, and really not having any money in return for it. Maybe you, like I, have been playing the lottery in your business without too much of a working strategy for bringing in clients consistently. And you likely have no system to attract clients every day, or you're working way too hard to bring in the clients that you are bringing in. And so you've got no time, no clients, and no impact. And I want to help you get out of that client struggle, where we're getting into a place where you're not wasting your time and your money working so hard to bring in each and every client that's coming in. So let me know in the chat box if you're ready to start bringing in a consistent flow of clients without having to work so hard every day. That is what happened for me. And so today I'm going to let you in on those simple, powerful, effective tools and strategies that are going to allow you to leverage huge results on Facebook so that you can unleash that never-ending flow of leads, clients, and sales that I was talking about earlier. So just because it's about you bringing in clients consistently, once you have that steady stream of clients coming in, everything in your business changes. Suddenly, you know, all these opportunities are starting to come out of the woodwork. You get invited on podcasts and for people to share your work with people. All of that as a result of you starting to bring in clients consistently and automatically. So today, what I want to do with you is show you exactly how Facebook can work in your particular business, how the heck to do it even if you're tech challenged, and how to begin to understand what works and what doesn't work on Facebook. Some of that might be kind of a surprise to you depending on what you've been doing on Facebook. And I'm also going to have an invitation for you to see how we might work together beyond today. So, anyone of you remember Candy Crush? I was so against Candy Crush. My teenagers were playing it all the time, spending hours and hours playing Candy Crush. And I swore I would never be one of those people. But my teenagers, they sucked me into playing just one game of Candy Crush to see what it was all about. And 127 hours of entrapment later, I was addicted and playing Candy Crush every single day and just wasting my time there. Just like maybe many of you are wasting time boosting and posting and friending, and you're just not getting the results for all that effort that you're putting in. Now, life is too short to be sliding candies around, and it is also too short to be sitting in a corporate job and not living your dream. And that's exactly where I was June 11th, 2007, 8:32 a.m. when I had finally had enough of my corporate job and I walked out of my stable six-figure position as director of finance without a plan, without any real knowledge of online business, but I had that very big dream going for me. I just was out to change the world, and I leapt of all in. And many of you might have had that similar walkout moment, the moment where you decided you had to have this business. But for me, I could hear online marketing calling my name. I knew that I had a lot of things to learn, but I really was, as you recall, totally committed to the fact that it was possible and reasonable and maybe even easy to replace my six-figure income in 6 months. And so a year after leaving my corporate job, barely a client, and I just know that I need to do something different. I'm flapping my wings and not a lot is happening for me in my business. And I am like, I'm upset about it at this point. Like, I think I'm a pretty smart cookie. I'd helped hundreds of small businesses before this, but still I was struggling to make this online marketing thing work. But I took a cold, hard look at all those hours I was spending, and I knew that I needed to do something really, really different. Now, if it weren't for this one email that came from Facebook that I actually read, I don't know if things would have changed so quickly for me. But I did get that email from Facebook, and I did open it up, and they did invite me to come try this brand new style of Facebook ads that they had. And I knew I couldn't just keep posting and friending and trying to blog my way into clients. And so I realized that I really needed to make that change. So I leapt wholeheartedly, nervously, and honestly a bit desperately into getting my Facebook ads up and running. And I was just so excited when I started getting my work in front of thousands of people in a matter of days with the Facebook ads. Now, keep in mind, I had not got my work in front of 1,000 people in an entire year. And here I was with my very first Facebook ad in front of thousands of people in days. If you can say I was hooked right from the very beginning, that is so true. I had thought that would be next to impossible to achieve. Even when I started with the ads, I was a little bit skeptical. But then just a couple of days in, I had a heartbreaking revelation that no one wanted the free gift that I had created. So I was getting a lot of interest on my ads, and people were coming to see what I had to offer. They were clicking on my ads. But then what I realized is not a single person wanted the free gift that I had. Now, I'm just thrown together a free gift. I had spent, I was going to say days, but it was weeks putting that thing together. And I had created it and tweaked it and posted in the Facebook groups I belonged to, getting feedback on it. Everybody loved it. But as soon as they had to sign on the dotted line, crickets was all I heard. So crushing, right? Like I had spent all this time and effort working to make that happen. And after 3 days of radio silence, I finally figured it out. And honestly, I should have known better from my marketing days. However, it took a little bit for me to realize it, and that was that I needed to test out what was going to work and what wasn't going to work by getting it in front of people on Facebook and having them click and having them opt in. And so what I did is overnight, I just repositioned how I was talking about that free gift. I didn't go create a whole new free gift, just repositioned how I was talking about it. And suddenly I started getting all this action on my ad. And I'm not a marketing genius by any stretch of the imagination. But with the Facebook ads, it made it so easy because my market was telling me exactly what they wanted. So here's what I want you to write down. When you're going to go and test out your Facebook ads, what you want to do is make sure that you're going to set up we're going to test out 3 options for each of the different elements. So what I'm talking about here was testing out the language of how I was going to talk about my free gift. And that one small change just changed everything for me. And suddenly people started opting in. Yahoo, right? That ad was getting noticed because I changed my language. Back then I was talking about double your profits in that brand new ad that I wrote. And suddenly clients were sitting up and paying attention to what I had to say. And as a result, we tested out those 3 ads and got 3,000 people registered on my very, very first webinar. So I was starting to get nervous. Very first webinar, 3,000 people. I certainly was celebrating. Then came webinar day, and minute 1, 200 people are on. Minute 5, 500 people are on. By minute 7, I had 2,007 people on that webinar, and I was so excited. And all I could do in my head was cha-ching, cha-ching, and I was in the money is what I was thinking. But I was already paying off those bills, going on vacation, and redecorating my living room. And then 1 hour and 8 minutes in, I had my very first sale, and I was, again, doing the money dance. Yeah. And then what happened is tick, tick, tick. I'm talking about my offer and talking about my offer, and not a single other sale came in on that webinar. I was so crushed. I thought here I was so close and so far away at the same time. And if you're a math wizard, that's like a 0.005% conversion for that low end $297 offer. And I had to go lick my wounds for a few days to get over that. But here's what I want you to realize was my mistake. And back to that teaching moment about the ad tests that you're going to run. Once I got my ad working, so I set up those 3 ad tests in the way that I talked about my free gift. But after that, I didn't run any more tests back then. And what I did is I got people on the webinar, but I had not tested the language of my offer. And obviously, people were not responding to the language of my offer because nobody came and bought it. I have made those $1 million mistakes on your behalf, and I want to show you how to avoid them. But I never stepped out of the ring. I was sort of like Wile E. Coyote up against the Roadrunner. I got splatted down a few times, but I kept getting back up. And what it just really hit home for me was how important that testing process was to us getting our ads up and running, to all my clients getting their ads up and running. And I'm so grateful for that experience, because if it hadn't happened that way, I wouldn't have recognized the importance of making that happen. Now, I know many of you are just as determined as I am. And what the key to do is to know if what you're doing is going to work. And that is why I love Facebook ads so much. So what happened for us was within 6 weeks, I kept testing and running a webinar and testing and running a webinar. And in the end, that we came away with this webinar that worked so well because the way I was talking about the offer had been tested out. We came away with that 6-figure win 6 weeks later. And after the year I'd had, that felt pretty sweet. But that wasn't the end of it. We did more ads and more sales and kept ramping up to hit the $3 million mark in 6 months. It was crazy, crazy. But when I became a mom to 3 in a single year, a long story, I'll tell you about it sometime, which I didn't test out either, by the way. I sold that business and thought, I had a lot of time to figure out what I wanted to do with a lot of money, and I didn't need to worry about bringing in money for a while. I did a life coaching certification, and I did a health coach certification, and I started a magazine, and I did all this cool stuff to figure out what I wanted to do when I grew up. But then things kind of went sideways for me, and I honestly was really almost at the point of bankruptcy all of a sudden, with a real estate deal that went bad and not getting paid on the sale of the business. And I knew I had to get started up in a hurry, and I knew the thing that I knew how to do was Facebook ads. So I dove in with $126 of ad money that I didn't have, went on a credit card. And we generated almost $20,000 of income in 3 days. And so rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. We got ourselves out of that quite bad situation. And we're able to take off our business to almost be on track for breaking through $1 million this year. So a couple other points there that I just want you to really hit home with you. You don't need to start with a huge ad budget. All of my clients, the ad budget that they start with is between $5 and $10. No matter if they want to spend $10,000 a month on ads or not, we start them off with that tiny budget. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your ads started up with that $5 or $10 budget. We're going to run your ads for a few days, get them all tested out. When we come away with your winning ad, it's going to be making you money in sales. We're just going to reinvest some of that money back into your ads so that you can scale and scale and scale. That's how we broke through $3 million so quickly, is that we had a system in place to test out what was working or not with a tiny bit of ad budget, and then reinvest and reinvest. So that's one of the biggest questions I get all the time, is how much money are these ads going to cost me? And I love that we get to wake up to clients every day. This is our sales of our 1997 Facebook faucet program. And that's what I want to help you create in your business too, is that kind of momentum that's going to have clients showing up for you, or leads if you get them on the phone every single day, so that you know where your next clients are coming from and you don't have to worry about tracking them down. It's opened up a ton of opportunities for us to get featured in all kinds of media outlets, and we've done all kinds of travel and all these wonderful things. But when it comes down to it, for me personally, what the freedom means to me is just getting to spend the time with my family, never having to miss a soccer game, getting to take my daughter to brownies, all those kinds of things. I got a 19, 16, and 6-year-old. And so I love just mainly getting to spend time with them whenever I want. But I had one big moment coming out of all of this, the almost bankruptcy and restarting the business. And honestly, my confidence was pretty shot at that point. And I had the opportunity to share what we were doing with some of the biggest players in the online industry. So this is me on stage with Justin Livingston, Christian Mickelson, Laura Langmeyer. And at the end of this, I had many of them asking me to come do their ads for them, because we were getting such better results than they were getting. And so super excited moment for me. And that's what I want for you too. So it's not just about you starting to bring in clients consistently. It's about building up so that you can become a leader in your niche, because you are getting out there in a really big way, so that you can stop working so hard. So I'm going to dive deep now into how we took that $126 of ads and turned it into almost $20,000 of income, how that system is repeatable and repeatable with a simple strategy to position you as the go-to expert. I'm just going to grab a sip of water here. So I'm going to let you in on the not so secret to successful Facebook advertising. And that is that we need to connect with your clients in the way that they're showing up on the platform that you're advertising on. And Facebook is so brilliant, because when we're there, our ads appear just like other posts that will appear in their newsfeed. And so the secret to the ads working, getting the top 1% of all ad results, is that we connect with our clients right from the moment that we meet them. I'm going to talk exactly how to do that in just a minute, but so important, because how many of you log into Facebook most days? Let me know in the chat box if you're logging into Facebook most days. Most people are logging into Facebook almost every day. I'm going to move my chat box over here so I can see you guys. Most people are logging into Facebook almost every day. And yeah, I'm seeing a lot of everyday yeses, right? There's a lot of stuff going on Facebook, reasons why you want to be on Facebook, both business-wise maybe, and just personally connecting. So if you're at all familiar with Facebook, you know that if you log into Facebook and you check out your newsfeed, what's going on in your newsfeed is that it's so busy, right? If you step away from your computer for a couple minutes and step back, likely all the stories in your newsfeed are all new. And part of that is that there are so many ads in your newsfeed, and most of them, I bet you don't even notice. So what we don't want to do for you is create that ad that's going to go scrolling by your clients in the newsfeed that they're never going to notice, never take action on, and never even be aware that they saw. what we want to do with you is be able to create that ad that's going to connect with them from the very first moment that they see it. So I bet if you think about it, every once in a while, there's this ad that comes across in your newsfeed. And despite thinking, oh, it's an ad and I don't want to, what you do is you get sucked in because it's calling out to you in an emotional way about something that you need. And that is the ad that we want to create for you. That ad that sucks your clients in. They can't help themselves but to continue reading, and they can't help themselves but to continue clicking on it, and they can't help themselves but to come and work for you. Now, that is what happens every single day for my clients with their clients coming in to find them. And that's what I want to show you how to create. And it's that unique marketing system that's going to not only attract, but pre-qualify your clients who are finding you there so that you're attracting the perfect ideal clients who have the highest likelihood of buying from you. Because it's not just about you running Facebook ads and getting clicks on your Facebook ads. It's about you building up this fan base of raving fans who are going to talk about you, who are going to share you, and who are going to like hang on every word that you're getting out there. So I can't wait to show you how to do that. So first thing I want to do before I go into that system that I was talking about is help you figure out if Facebook ads are right for you, because I know there are a ton of choices. Your email box is probably filled with different messages of people telling you about the next best thing for you to bring in clients. And when it comes down to it, there are only 3 ways that you can bring in clients. There's networking directly for clients or for partners. So you're going out to networking meetings or you're networking in groups online and you're building up a relationship with them and either inviting them to come work with you, or you're searching for partners who are going to share your work. Now, I was never a big networking fan. I didn't like feeling like I was going out to track down clients. I like talking with people, but I didn't love feeling like I was tracking down clients one at a time. And the other reason why networking is a bit limiting is because it's not scalable. It's totally limited by the amount of time that you're spending. And if you stop networking, the clients stop coming in. And so it's not scalable beyond a certain level in your business. The other way to bring in clients is what I call so-called free content marketing. That's how I got started in business. And I think it's the way a lot of people end up getting started in business. They're writing blog articles, or they're doing social media posts, or they're friending people and joining Facebook groups and trying to build relationships there. Here's the thing about free content marketing is that while it may be free, that you don't have to pay for someone for ads, you are investing a ton of time in getting that content up. In my first year in business, I had more than 200 blog articles and hundreds of social media posts. I never actually counted them, but hundreds of social media posts, and barely a client to show for it. Now, here's the thing. Blogging long-term can work if you're lucky and start bringing in clients. The soonest it's going to bring you in clients after you have a killer strategy in place is about a year to 18 months. So it's kind of a long-term thing to make that work. And on social media, if you really take a cold, hard look at how many social media posts you've done, I do this with my clients all the time when they come in to work with me. If you take a look at how much time you spend on social media posts in comparison to how many clients that are coming in, usually you're working for a few bucks an hour. And it's not scalable in your own control. You have to rely on somebody else, i.e. Google or Facebook, to put your work out there for free. And the last type of a way to bring in clients is paid advertising. Now, of course, paid advertising, I'm a big fan of paid advertising because it allows you to put your business all in your own control. Once you have a system where you can put $1 in and get $2 or $5 or $10 or $100 out of it, you have a system that's totally scalable, that can work for you even when you're away on holiday, when you're spending time with your family or loved ones, all of those things. So paid advertising, the best scalable strategy that there is. But there's a bunch of different kinds of paid advertising. There's traditional things like TV and radio and newspapers, and then there's online methods. So the problem with offline methods, like newspaper ad, for example, is that when you put an ad out, it's going to go out to this huge broad market, say in your city, if it's a newspaper ad, of hundreds of thousands of people potentially. And of those hundreds of thousands of people who are going to see that ad, there's only a fraction of those people who are actually going to be interested in your program, product, or service. And so we're paying a lot of money up front to get your ad out there when only a small fraction of those people have a chance of coming and working with you. Now, there's other online methods of advertising like LinkedIn ads, Twitter ads, Google ads, and of course, Facebook ads. And the reason that they work so much better than offline methods is because we can target your ads in on your perfect ideal clients. I'm going to talk more about how to do that a little bit later on. And that makes them much less expensive than traditional types of ads. What I want you to know is that Facebook, the reason that Facebook ads are so cheap, and honestly the best invention since sliced bread for small businesses, is because they allow you to hone in on who your ideal client is so precisely. So I'm going to scare you here for a minute. So if you think about Facebook and the information that they know about each of us, when we go to set up our profile, we give Facebook a lot of information like how old we are, do we have kids, where have we worked, all of those things. And then as we proceed through our life on Facebook, we're clicking on articles, we're watching videos, we're liking business pages, we're joining groups. And what Facebook is doing is it's building up a profile of you and everything that you're interested in and potentially would buy. Now, and the other thing is that Facebook is also tracking you off of Facebook. I'm going to tell you about some of those tools later on, but it knows probably 80% of the pages you're clicking to, ads you're clicking on, videos you're watching, even off of Facebook. Now, super scary as a consumer, but as a advertiser, what it means for you is that you, better than any other platform, are able to get your ads in front of your perfect clients better than anywhere else. I'm going to talk more about how to do that in just a little bit. But that is why, hands down, Facebook is the best advertising platform online, and it's only gotten better in the last year or two. I'm going to also share that with you. But Facebook ads, they allow you to fish in the right pond, meaning you're going to gather up a whole group of just your ideal clients so that every person in that pool has the potential to come be a client. You're going to attract customers automatically, so you don't have to do a lot of work. You're not having to post on Facebook every day. In fact, dirty little secret, we never post on Facebook. My team updates our Facebook business page every couple of weeks just to make it not look like a desert. But you're not having to do, when you're running ads, a lot of work in terms of posting. Once you get an ad working, it can work for a very long time. We have the same exact ad running about 2.5 years now. That same ad, once we ran out the testing, found our winning ad, we can run that ad on a long-term basis without having to do any work. That's how we're able to have client payments showing up in our on our bank statement every day from those clients, is because it's not dependent on my time or my team's time to keep them running. Now, I've talked about this, but I love Facebook ads, because any paid advertising really, because they allow you to leverage your time so well and create massive results. Once you get a system working, you can put more money in and scale up to the income level. That is why we were able to scale to $3 million so quickly in our business. And the other thing is that testing sequence. I hinted at that earlier. I told you about the 3 ads that you want to test at a time, but so important, because you saw it changed everything for me in my business. If it weren't for those Facebook ads that I ran initially, I might have tried flogging that free gift for a year or 2 years and never known, because people gave me all this great feedback on it. It just wasn't hot enough to get them to sign on the dotted line with their name and email address. So thank goodness Facebook ads came along and changed everything for me by allowing me to reposition that gift so people knew that they loved it, reposition my offer so that people, when they heard it, were excited to buy it from me. Now, best of all, for if there's any of you out there who hate selling, which is where I was at in my first year in business, I hated feeling like I was tracking down clients, trying to get them to buy things from me. I did not like that one iota. And so now with Facebook ads, what people do is they're raising their hands all the way along, raising their hands by clicking on the ad, raising their hands by giving me their name and email address, raising their hands to come and work with me. I'm not going and messaging them on Facebook and saying, hey, come buy my thing. Never is it like that. And so it puts us in a really great position as an authority because they're coming to you, they're finding you, and they're excited to find you, which I love. So next thing, I just want to talk to you about who Facebook ads work for. They work for a whole variety of interests, types of businesses. I saw in the chat box early on, you guys were showing me what types of businesses that you have. I saw some e-commerce type businesses. I saw some coaches. Definitely works in all those arenas, online membership sites, private coaching, consulting services, realtors, lawyers, local businesses if you're looking to bring people in. But overall, what we're looking at is you want to have something to sell your customers between $100 and $300 or more. So if you have a $300 thing you sell, an online program, a product, or you have a series of products that people can buy from you, a $20 thing, a $50 thing, that add up to a lifetime value of $100 to $300 or more, then you're sitting good. What I want you to be able to do is reduce your risk on your Facebook ads. If you're just selling a $10 book and have no intention of creating anything else for anybody to buy from you, I probably don't recommend Facebook ads for you because if it costs us $11 to bring you in your client, now you're losing money on your ads. If you're getting closer to $100 or up towards $300, you have a lot of wiggle room in there. We're going to be able to get your ads profitable a lot sooner than we could otherwise. And if it costs us $11 to bring in a client and you're making $100 or $300 or $10,000 from that client, you're obviously in a profitable position much sooner. So we sell things. You saw our online Facebook faucet course for $19.97, making sales of that every day coming in. So we definitely sell our online courses. We sell, and some people find this surprising, our private mentoring programs, which are from $28,000 to $42,000. What I do want to say about that is you're not going to sell them directly from a Facebook ad into that type of price point. We're getting them on the phone to talk to them about whether that's a good fit for them. I have clients who are selling all kinds of different things. Now, Shannon, she proved me wrong in terms of having the $100 to $300 customer value. She got started with just a $22 product. She runs FabuPlus magazine, and her $22 subscription is what she was selling initially. And she ran her Facebook ads into that subscription. So every sale, so clients paid her $22, that cost her $5.40 in ads. And love that about Shannon, because then what we did is we built out her back end, which was a higher end program that she could sell. And so she was already profitable with just her magazine subscription, but then we had this back end program that she could sell. Love that. So she got started with a tiny little $22 product, bringing in clients for $5.40. Michelle, she was so nervous about getting started with Facebook ads. She started with that $10 a day budget. She was nervous because all she had was an offer written down of how she was going to work with clients. And she was nervous about doing that. But what we showed her is that you can just get clients on the phone with you and help them figure out if it's a good fit for them, just with a written description. She didn't have a membership site or any of those fancy things. And her very first month working with her Facebook ads, she brought in an extra almost $6,000 in income just by selling a few packages of her higher end program that she hadn't even created yet. So I love that. What I want to do is dive into that 5-step system. Remember back when I was talking about creating your golden ad, that ad that's going to leap out of the page to your clients, that they're going to be drawn into, they're going to click on, and they're going to be so excited that they found you. That's what I'm going to show you how to do with the 5-step Facebook faucet system. We want to attract only your ideal clients. We want to create ads that are going to connect. We want to use Facebook's insider ad secrets to keep your ad costs really low. We want to use a testing process to figure out what your winning ads are so you're not just going to throw your money away. And we want to ramp up your revenue. So very first step, what we want to do is get your ads only in front of your perfect ideal clients. And that is one of the reasons why Facebook ads are so inexpensive, is because we're not going to pay like a newspaper to get your ads in front of thousands of people on the distribution list. We're only going to put your ads in front of this tiny little market, some cases millions of people, depending on how big your market is. But who we put your ads in front of is only going to be based on that they're your perfect ideal clients. Now, a couple things you're going to want to make note on here. Here is how we do our perfect targeting, why we're getting in the top 1% of ad results. I would say about 50% of your ad results is from being able to get your ads only in front of your perfect ideal clients. And the other half is using Facebook's tools and writing the ads that are going to work for you. So 50% about how you're going to get your ads in front of your perfect clients. So I'm going to give you a tiny piece of homework here. And the first piece of homework is going to be to figure out where your clients are hanging out on Facebook. So in order to do that, I want you to think about what your paid offer is. How do you work with clients? What program, product, or service do you sell? Think about why they buy it from you. What's the big transformation that they want from you when they buy it from you? I have a client who's a weight loss coach. Her clients obviously want to lose weight. And so what we did is took that motivation, and we really want to find out where do people who want to lose weight hang out on Facebook. And so the very first thing she said to me is many of them have liked the Weight Watchers business page, because if you're interested in Weight Watchers, you probably are interested in losing weight. And so that's the very first targeting piece we use. Now, obviously, that's way too broad. I'd never tell you just to put your ads in front of a Weight Watchers market, but that's going to be your first piece of homework. Figure out where your clients are hanging out on Facebook. Then what the next step is, and I'm going to tell you more about this later on about how you can get that done, is to figure out what type of people make up your best clients. So we call this personality targeting. So on Facebook, not only can we use motivators and demographics, like how old your clients are and all those things, but we can really hone down all the way into what your clients are like, what makes up your best clients. So for my weight loss client, for example, her best clients need to be open to what I call woo, because she does a lot of mindset work. So she uses meditation and some different types of tools like tapping and things with her clients. And her whole program is all about the fact that the reason you haven't lost weight in the past is because you haven't changed your mind. And so she helps them change their mind so that they can lose weight. And so when we were doing her Facebook advertising, sorry, my mouth is super dry today. When we're doing her Facebook advertising, the second type of targeting, how we're really going to make sure that anyone who sees her ads are the perfect fit for her, is we're going to get her ads in front of people who both want to lose weight and are open to woo. So that's getting a little bit deeper. First piece of homework is I want you to figure out one Facebook business page where your clients have liked it on Facebook. And we're going to start there in order to get your ads in front of the right people. Now, the next step and the entire key to you creating ad copy and images that are really going to work well, that are going to call out to your ideal clients, is creating ads that are going to connect. Now, I want you to really think about what frame of mind people are in when they're on Facebook. This is where so many people go wrong with their ads. When people are on Facebook, they're not looking for solutions to problems, right? They're on Facebook looking to connect with people. They're looking for, what their friends and family, the amazing vacations or the kid photos or the pet photos or all of those things. They're looking to connect with people, possibly maybe in a more formal way in a business group or a school group or something like that. But they're always looking to connect with people they know. And so the way that we're able to get the top 1% of all ad results is that we're creating ads that connect with your ideal clients. It's going to really seem like a regular Facebook post when they come across it. It's not going to be a wham over the head, here's my ad, with all that clever copy and all those things. The good news for you is the types of ads that work so well on Facebook are so much easier to write. You don't need to be a copywriter to write them. They don't need to have fancy language in them. Now, they do need a specific structure in place in order to lead people through and get them excited and move them into action with you. But really what we're about is creating ads that are going to connect with your ideal clients. So I'm going to give you some tips. You're going to want to make sure you have a pen and paper here. The first thing that I want to do with you is help you figure out what your ad is going to be about. So what kind of connection piece are you going to use in your story that's going to call out to your ideal clients? We really want those to be story-based. So there's 3 different types of stories that you can use in your Facebook ad. Right now, I'm going to help you figure out which one it is. That's your second piece of homework. So first type of story that you can tell is if you have experienced the transformation that your clients want from working with you or buying your thing, then you can totally use your story. For example, my weight loss coach, she lost 45 pounds and now she helps her clients do the same. So she can tell her story and her clients can see their journey through her eyes and she can connect with them through that story. I have achieved pretty significant sales on Facebook, and so my clients can follow through with my journey. So we use my story quite a bit in our ads. If you haven't experienced that story, then you're not obviously going to use that way. But that is the number one way. If you've experienced what your clients want to experience, I want you to write down that that's what your ad is going to be about. Second thing, a type of story is if you have worked with a client before who has bought your program, product, or service and achieved some sort of result or solved a problem out of using it, you can tell your client's story in the same way that I talked about telling your own story. Now, some of you are newer in business, maybe you don't have an own personal story and you don't have a client story, then what you're going to do is you're going to use a famous person story. So what I mean by that is, for example, my weight loss coach, if she hadn't achieved the transformation and hadn't worked with any clients yet, she's going to tell a story about a famous person, maybe Oprah, how Oprah didn't lose any weight until she shifted her mindset. So we're not saying that you've worked with her or anything like that. We're just saying that she has a similar journey to the journey your clients go through. So I want you to mark down right now which type of story that you're going to use in your Facebook ad that's going to allow you to connect with your ideal clients. So important. That's the reason why our ads leap out of the page at our clients. And I want you to get a head start on that as well. Now, the second piece to creating ads that are going to connect, and I'm seeing where I don't have a ton of time left with you guys, but with the images, what we want to do is really have a scroll stopping image. The number one way that we create a scroll stopping image, we must get our clients to stop scrolling in the newsfeed or they're never going to see anything else that we have to say. And so we have 2 types of ad images here. The bottom right-hand corner, just like other friends and family posts, it's a person and some scenery. And so people's eyes are really drawn into it. Now, the other 2 on here are very graphical in nature, and that's the other type of ad images that we can pull together because they stand out from anything else your clients are seeing on Facebook. Okay. I want to make sure we hit all 5 steps. Third step is the insider ad secrets. You must, to be successful on Facebook, use the insider secrets that Facebook has for you. Here's the thing. Facebook wants you to be profitable with your ads. They want you to be profitable because they know if you make money on your ads, you're going to reinvest more money in your ads and you're going to keep scaling up. It's win-win because our interests are aligned with Facebook interests. As a result, they have built in probably 50 tools that you can use. Now, here's the trick with Facebook. You don't need to use all 50 of them. Not all 50 of them work really well in all industries. There's a handful of them that work brilliantly well and that you really want to make sure that you're going to use. I'm going to talk about 3 of them here today. First one is what I don't want you to do is pay the beginner tax when you are running your Facebook ads. And if you are boosting posts, you're paying the beginner tax. Here's why. Back when I was talking about all that targeting that you can do, you cannot do the same targeting features if you're boosting a post as you can if you're using Ads Manager. And the second thing is you can't run out this testing process that I've been hitting home with you as being so important to you getting results on Facebook. And so I totally get it if you're boosting posts, right? It's so easy. That button is just calling out to you. But I want you to know you're paying extra for your ads and you're way less likely to be successful with your ads if you're boosting posts. Now, I know a lot of you do it because you're a little nervous about the technology piece. Here's the number 1 trick to using Ads Manager. That's where we run our ads from. If you just remember that Ads Manager is an online order form, we just need to order our ads from Facebook, kind of like at the Burger King drive-thru. Make it your way. Facebook's going to line up your burger and they're going to create it for you. We need to tell Facebook who we want to put your ads in front of and what we want your ads to look like. So we're just filling out that order form. So please, please, don't boost posts anymore. Let's dive into Ads Manager together. We'll get your ads set up and running and profitable by being able to do better targeting and being able to run out those ad tests. Now, the next little piece that I want to talk to you about is pixels. Now, that sounds a tiny bit technical. It's this tiny piece of code that if you can copy and paste in a Word document, you can totally use pixels. Now, here's why that's so important. If you get your pixels installed correctly, what's going to happen is Facebook is going to make your ads better for you. That's right. They're going to make your ads better for you because they're going to have all this information about who's clicking on your ads, who's opting in, who's buying from you. So we absolutely must make sure we get those pixels set up correctly so that Facebook can help you make your ads better. Crazy, right? Now, same thing along those lines with lookalike audiences. If we set up this correctly, what Facebook is going to do is go out there and find in the whole Facebook wide world all the people who are just like your best clients so that you don't have to do a stitch of work to make that happen. Facebook's actually going to do that for you. Crazy, right? And so we need to make sure that we're taking advantage of those tools if we want to be profitable. Now, hitting this home with you a lot, the next step is to find your winning ads. And what we want to do is leverage Facebook systems to be able to scale your way to success. That data that's coming back from Facebook is like gold. So you remember back to my free gift, totally fixed my free gift language from that information that was coming back from Facebook. Totally fixed the offer in my webinar based on the language that was coming back from Facebook. My clients do this every single day. I just want to hit home with you how important this is. My client, Ted Bear, what we did is he ran out an ad test, and I knew from looking at the results of those ad tests with him exactly what was going on because his opt-in rate on his landing page, so you don't need to know all those things. I show you how to keep your clients rate on Facebook, or we can send them to a page to get a free gift from you. So that's what Ted did. He sent them to a page to get a free gift from him. And what they did is they had to fill in their name and email address to get that gift. So out of 100 people Ted was sending to that page, only 18 of them were giving him their name and email address. Still decent, but not super great. And so we took a look at his ad results together, and immediately I knew exactly how to fix his opt-in page based on those tests that we ran. Overnight, one change to his opt-in page, suddenly 52% conversion on his opt-in page. Can you imagine we're now not quite three times the number of clients that he's bringing in for the same ad budget? It's so crazy. So I don't want you to play the lottery with your Facebook ads. If you play the lottery, you're going to lose money on your ads. So don't go out there, buy a single lottery ticket. Don't go out there and buy a single Facebook ad and then hope and pray it's going to win. Facebook ads are an investment in your business. We want to invest some money, find what works, reinvest some of the profits back in so that you can scale up. So last step, we want to let Facebook, if we set everything up correctly, Facebook's actually going to help you scale your ads. So we're going to start with that tiny little ad budget, $5 or $10 a day, reinvest some of the profits in. If we set this up right, Facebook's actually going to help you scale your ads up to the revenue level you want. That's why we were able to scale 100,000 in 6 weeks, 3 million in just 6 months, because we're going to be using Facebook's tools to scale up. So that's a 5-step system we use with all of our clients. It's the 5-step system I teach all my ad managers when they come on board. It's the 5-step system that Gregor used when he got his ads up and running. He sent this off, but the thing that I love about Gregor is that he had tried running ads before and he wasn't making a lot of money on them. And what happened for him is he started bringing in a client who would pay him $39 that day. And that client, he had to spend $3.40 on his ad. How many of you would like to 10 times your money in one day? And then what he did is he had these back-end offers to make. So those people were all coming in, spending $39 with him, and then went on to buy other things. So he actually made his Facebook ad campaign super, super profitable. Love that about Gregor. So what I want you to do is just take a look at your business. I just know that the biggest killer of businesses is wasting time with things that aren't working. And so are the things that you're doing working in your business? Are they bringing you in clients? And if they are bringing you in clients, how hard do you have to work for each of those clients? I know Facebook ads are like a game changer. All the biggest leaders online use Facebook ads to scale their businesses because they know they work and they know that they don't have to worry about trying to get Google to list them, and they don't need to worry about who's seeing their social media posts. If they're willing to spend $1 on their ads and bring in $3 or $5 or $20, that can totally change everything. And I know that the one thing standing between where you're at now and bringing in tens of thousands of clients automatically, the one thing standing between where you're at now and you becoming a leader in your niche is one Facebook ad funnel, not 20 funnels, not 50 funnels, but one Facebook ad funnels. I shared with you how we have the same ad running for 2.5 years, still bringing in clients. And so this doesn't need to be a complicated process. We just need to find one thing that's going to work for you in your business to bring you in clients every day. I am very passionate about the turnaround that this can create for you. Our 5-step system has been getting in the top 1% of all results. These are notifications from Facebook going out to our clients, telling them that they're getting better than 99% of all other ads out there. Like Patty Burgess, who brought in her first online course sale within a day of getting her ads up and running. I want you to stop losing time in your business and start focusing on the things that are really going to make a difference. And so I have a very special invitation for you to come and let me help you turn on your faucet of never-ending clients and income, the same way that we were able to do with $3 million in 6 months. I want to let you in on my 9 years of ad, actually that's an old slide, 11 years of ad experience. I've got to update that one so that 3 months from now, 6 months from now, you're not sitting in the exact same place that you are right now, but that you're ramping up, you're bringing in clients every day. Just like our client Bonnie, she started bringing in leads after we came to work with her. So every person who joined her list, 64 cents that cost her. With a tiny, tiny ad budget in week 1, we put 341 new people on her list. And imagine what your business would look like a year from now if you were bringing in 341 clients a week. If I've done my math correctly, that's over 17,000 people getting added onto your list next year. So just imagine what your business looks like if you have a raving audience of 17,000 fans now who are buying your stuff and listening to everything that you have to say and eagerly awaiting what your next message is, what your next sale is going to be. That's what I want to help you create. And so I have a very special invitation for you guys to join us in our Facebook Faucet Bootcamp. This is the only program that you'll ever need to get your Facebook ads up and running. That in that system, in that program, I teach you how to run out all 5 of those steps so that you can get your ads up and running in front of only your ideal clients on Facebook without spending a fortune. We'll start you off with that teeny tiny budget. We're going to get you creating high converting ad copy, especially if you're not a copywriter, and show you how to create high converting ad images without ever hiring a designer. What we're also going to do is show you how to use our cut and paste template so that you can have your ads up and running in minutes with the ad manager tricks that allowed us to turn $126 of ads into $20,000 of income in 3 days so that you can get started very, very quickly getting your work in front of the right people. I'm going to give you access to our profit acceleration system to find your winning ads. This is our whole testing system, how to know what to do when. It's actually fairly easy with somebody showing you and holding your hand to get that done, to make that testing process easy. And we're also going to show you how to scale your ads once you find your winning ads without increasing your ad costs using the same system we used to create $3 million in sales. Now, what I want you to know about my training program, the Facebook Faucet program, is that this is the exact same system I put my ad managers through to run our ads for us. It's not something that I've just created for clients. It's the same system because I know it works. And so I want to give you access to that. So you get the entire online membership site, little implementation videos, usually 2 or 3 minutes, showing you exactly how to do everything that we've talked about today. But of course, from being on the Success Road Academy team with Amon and Brady, I have a special invitation. They always work me over for you guys. And so I have a very special bonus for you guys. That is the Facebook Faucet Live ticket. Now, I run this workshop 3 times a year. It's 3 days where we're going to get your ads up and running and in front of thousands of ideal clients right there at the event. So not only do you get the online access, you can come and join us at any one of our workshops that are coming up. The next one starts November 1st in Vancouver, Canada, but we do have other ones in April and July. So 3 times every year, you're welcome to come to any of those. I also am going to bonus you, because I know some of you are going to be nervous. I'm going to bonus you our training, how to write the perfect Facebook ad, even if you're not a copywriter, using our simple cut and paste formula that's going to allow you to ramp up your ads very quickly, because you're going to be able to tell those stories that I was talking about earlier and move people through into clicking on your ad. Now, here's the thing why this timing is so brilliant for you guys. My Facebook Faucet Bootcamp is actually starting on October 2nd. So in the Bootcamp program, not only do you get access to the online membership site, but I am going to be teaching the program live starting October 2nd, where you're going to get me on a small group Zoom call showing you everything you need to know about your ads, how to get them up. I'm going to show you all of that live. So not only am I teaching it live, but you get unprecedented support here on those small group Zoom calls. Usually I can answer every single question on those Zoom calls. I'll look at your ads, I'll look at your copywriting, I'll look at your ad campaigns, I'll help you figure out exactly what your next step is on those live calls starting on October 2nd. Love this. You had great timing coming on here today because all of that's going to be included. So it's not going to be your average online course where you go away and do it on your own. You're going to get direct personal feedback on everything you create on those small group Zoom calls with Q&A every single week, 5 weeks of Q&A and personal feedback. I'm actually going to look at the copy and all those things that you're doing. Now, we have what I call my Goldilocks promise, and I want to make sure that once you get in there that it's a good fit for you. Come on in, see what it's all about, start on the first homework. If you feel for any reason, just like Goldilocks, that it's not a good fit, you can hop on out and we'll be happy to refund your money. No hard feelings at all. So I kind of actually need to update this slide because I already told you how much our Facebook Faucet program is. You saw the sales coming in on the bank statement, so I kind of gave my secret away here. But the Facebook Faucet system sells, the online version sells for $19.97 all by itself. But not only that, but I've got all those amazing bonuses for you. How to write the perfect Facebook ad, even if you're not a copywriter. The Facebook Faucet Live training event. You can come out to any one of those 3 workshops. And those 5 live coaching calls that you're going to get with me, where you're going to Q&A and personal feedback. Sometimes I'll take over your screen if you're okay with that to help you tweak something in your ad campaign, all of those things. You can hop on over to the link at theprofitsweetspot.com/yes. I am actually going to put that in the chat box for you guys in just a second, unless one of my team members is there to put theprofitsweetspot.com/yes in there. Otherwise, I'll pop it up there in a little minute. Okay, because you're going to want to get ready. I've got another bonus for you. Now, here's what I know. You need 2 things to start bringing in clients into your business. You need to have, obviously, traffic coming in with your Facebook ads. You need to be getting your work in front of the right people. But the other thing that you also need to be able to do is to have something that clients want. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you access to our wildly delicious offer formula. And that is all about how to position what you do, your program, product, or service, as being so hot, your clients are going to know that they want it exactly when they see it. Exactly like my client Michelle, when all she had was that written description of what she had to offer. We're going to help you create that as well. Excuse me. So two things, something clients want and the hot prospects, we're going to bonus you in that wildly delicious offer formula, so you can be sure that what you've got is going to be incredibly powerful once you start bringing in that traffic. Now, I'm just going to check in the chat box here. Let's see. Typing that in the chat box for you because I have a very special bonus coming up that is a limited bonus that's only going to be for a few of you, and you are going to want to get in on this. If you are at all interested, you're going to want to hop on over to that link at theprofitsweetspot.com/yes, and I didn't put that out to everyone. There we go. I believe that went out to everybody. Let me know if you can't see that. So very, very special invitation for you guys for the first 9 of you to join me in the Facebook Faucet program by going and clicking on that link and hopping on over to theprofitsweetspot.com/yes and getting yourself registered. The first 9 people, what I have for you is a one-on-one session, with one of our brilliant ad managers. They're going to help you set up that entire strategy that I was talking about that's so critical. Now, other programs that I've never seen another Facebook ad program teach this strategy. What we're going to do is help you figure out how you're going to make sure that you're getting paying clients clicking on your ads, as opposed to just having a looky-loos come and click on your ads or getting your ads in front of the wrong people. They're going to help you on that one-on-one call, get your entire ad strategy set up so you can dive in super quickly and start getting your ads up and running the fastest way possible. Now, I'm having a little trouble sending out the link. Oh, here we go. Another post. There we go. Try that one. Sorry about that. So if you are at all interested in that, you're going to want to hop on over. We have 9 of those set up for you guys. I call it a Facebook Profits Quick Start Session, one-on-one call. I get raving reviews about this all the time from my clients. This is something I actually sell separately. And one of my clients, Mark, he actually paid for that call, came on that call, and found it so valuable. This is what he said about it. I can't tell you how much value you're going to get out of that call by having us set up your ad strategy for you. So, so important. So not only are you going to get everything that I talked about, obviously I have a special deal for everybody here on the call as a part of the Success Road Academy Business Network. And so I have everything that we talked about here today for $9.97 US dollars. That are going to make an incredible difference in you getting up and running with your Facebook ads. We're going to create that golden ad, the one that's going to leap out of the page at your ideal clients. And so I know that if you're still with me, you're probably thinking Facebook ads are a good fit for your business. You either haven't tried them yet because you've been nervous about it, or you've tried ads and they haven't been successful for you in the past. I know that 99% of people will choose not to take action. Already here, you're on the call, you're learning about Facebook ads, already well ahead of the game. But what I want you to do is be one part of the 1% that are going to take action to get Facebook ads set up and running in their business, to get your work in front of thousands of ideal clients. There's nothing worse than coming on a free training, getting all excited about something, and then never having the tools and resources to get it implemented in your business so that your results 4 months, 6 months, 8 months from now look exactly like your results do right now. And I don't want that to happen to you. I want to start creating momentum in your business to become that niche leader that we were talking about, so that you can be in that 1% of people who takes action to get results in your business. Those are the people I love working with, my favorite clients. That's why we do that fast action bonus, those 9 people hopping on the one-on-one call to get their ad strategy created, so we can show you exactly how to use those Facebook ad insider secrets. So $9.97 US at theprofitsweetspot.com/yes. So this isn't for everybody. This is for you. You got to be committed to doing the work. We're not playing the lottery with your Facebook ads. I'm not going to show you how to get up a single ad and you're not going to hit the jackpot with it. I'm going to show you how to set up a testing system with your ads. Usually that testing system takes about 9 days. But I am going to show you how to test out other things in your business as well, just like I did, the free gift, my offer, all those great things. To get the most out of the program, you need to be willing to show up on the calls or at the event to let us help you get it right. You don't need to be on every call, or you can be one or the other at the event or the calls, but you really do want to take advantage of all of our ad experience. That's the reason why this is such a bargain with those live calls where we're going to help you get your ads up and running super, super quickly. So I'll just get you to imagine for a second, if you have your Facebook faucet turned on and running, there's a stream of clients showing up each and every day in your business, excited to get started working with you. And imagine that you are the coveted expert in your niche, and the most respected people in the world are watching your every move you make, because you've been getting out there, getting in front of all those clients, and they're watching what you're doing. Picture thousands of raving fans looking up to you as their mentor, and how easy you'll rest every night knowing that you know where your next client is coming from, and the next 10 clients are coming from, and the next 100 clients are coming from, that you no longer have to worry about where you are tracking them down. You're just going to turn on your faucet and have those leads, sales, and impact flowing into your business. So I'm super excited that you guys could join me here today. I did promise you a bonus, and I'm going to dive into that right now. Let's see. Oh, one other thing. If you I totally forgot about this. This is a really nice thing that we have going on for you. When you hop on over to that link, you're going to see an order form that looks something like this. When you fill out the order form and hit the bottom of the page there, what you're going to see is the option, one single payment of $9.97 US. Or we also have a 4-pay option. So if you don't really want to fork out the $9.97 right now, you can do the $2.97 over 4 payments. Recommend, if you can do it, the $9.97, you save a bit of money, all those great things. But you can do that just by ticking on the other box, the $2.97. So I am going to dive into those 6 things that can get your ad account shut down. But just one more thing here, as I'm talking about the payment plan. I did the payment plan because I don't want to let money stand in your way of getting your ads up and running. This is honestly the deal of the century, to get 5 live group calls plus a one-on-one call if you're one of those first people for just $9.97. We can get you started with just that $5 a day on your Facebook ads and get you started bringing in clients. Then we're going to ramp up your ads. I mean, $5 a day, you can't even buy a latte anymore for that. My Starbucks latte has gone up. It's a tiny, tiny ad budget that you can invest in your business to start growing a system that can bring you in clients each and every day. So passionate about that. I want to get you in on that. But okay, 6 things that can get your ad account shut down. These are the 6 unwritten rules. They are nowhere on Facebook. If you search all over Facebook, you're never going to find these rules written down everywhere. The only reason that we know them is because we work with a Facebook ad manager. We spend enough money that we work with an ad manager. And also we have clients coming to us after they've had their ad account shut down to see if we can help them. But I don't want that to happen to you. Honestly, Facebook ads are not a DIY thing that I recommend anyways for this reason. But here's the 6 things that can get your ad account shut down. Number 1 thing, now these are all related to the page where you're going to send people to once they click on your ad. I know, right? Facebook is actually going to review the page that people go to after they click on your ad, not just your ad. And so 6 things. that you have no privacy policy on your page. I'm going to call it a landing page. So the page somebody goes to after they click off your Facebook ad must have a privacy policy, or you're going to get your ad account a smackdown. The other thing is you need to have the right privacy policy. It needs to have cookie use and a web beacon and an opt-out. If you join us in the Facebook Faucet program, just by the way, I'm going to give you access to rip off our privacy policy and give you a cheap and easy way to have your own designed. I think it's $30. Don't quote me on the pricing. I can't remember that exactly. We're going to show you how to do all that because it's super, super important that you have the right privacy policy. Facebook doesn't see that there. Good chance your ad account's going to get shut down. Third thing is you have to have contact information on that landing page. Here's the thing, Facebook wants you to feel like a legitimate, real business because they want their users to have a good experience when they click on something on Facebook. So we really, really have to have a good user experience, that you're a real business. Real businesses have contact information. And I'm going to skip down to number 5 there. They must also have company information. What's the name of your business? How can somebody find you? All those good things. Now back to number 4, unclear objectives on the landing page. Now, most of you are not going to run into this problem, but I've seen a lot of this, especially when people are running those book campaigns. You know, the free book campaigns. If you hang out on Facebook a lot, you've probably seen a few of those. It's all about this awesome free book that you're going to get. But then when you get to the landing page, some of them, what they have done is they've not made it free, right? You got to pay shipping and handling. Now, Facebook wants you to be super upfront and clear with people right from the ad and on the landing page that it is a $9.97 shipping cost and that it's not free. And so you can say free book plus shipping and handling, but you need to be super clear. Otherwise, you're going to get your ad account shut down. Now, the last one, so important, this is hands down the number one reason why I see people getting their ad account shut down and then they come to me and say, hey, I wish I would work with you. And that is because we review for these things in the program to make sure that they don't happen. Now, poor language and positioning sounds kind of vague, but here's what it means let's use a business industry, for example. In a business industry, an unrealistic claim might look something like, I'm going to help you make $1 million. And unless Facebook thinks that I can promise making $1 million to everyone, they're going to shut down my ad account. Not even if I believe I can help every single person who visits that page make $1 million, if in Facebook eyes they don't believe that's true, shut down your account. So income claims, don't do them. Weight loss claims, don't do them. We want to avoid those at all costs. We don't want to DIY this because you can get your ad account shut down. So if you're wanting to get your ads set up and running the fastest way possible, the most profitable way possible, I know that I can save you more than $997 on your ads, and I know I can help you get set up the fastest way possible to be profitable with your ads. So if that's a fit, if you're still here with me, hop on over to theprofitsweetspot.com/yes, $9.97 for everything we've talked about today. Not only do you get that online membership site access with all those implementation videos, short little pieces so that you can implement it super easily. You're going to get your the Facebook Faucet live training event, any of our next 3 events. You're going to get 5 live coaching calls with the Q&A. I'm going to look at your ad copy, going to help you get those up and running the fastest way possible. Plus, if you're, and my phone's in the shop, so I can't see the notifications coming in. But if you're one of the first 9 people on the Facebook Profits Quick Start, you're going to also get access to that one-on-one call that we're going to send out to you. Hop on over there. Let's get started. I can't wait to hold your hand to get your ads up and running. I'm going to dive into the chat box and see what we have for questions in here. I'm seeing a ton, so give me a second here. I'm going to scroll back up. Awesome. Nothing posted. Oh, there, somebody else posted it for me. Thank you, Nellie. They're profitsweetspot.com/yes. So yes, Rick, sorry, I missed talking about the payment installments in the beginning, 4 payments of $297. Awesome, thanks. Alan, I think. Not sure if I said that totally right. Awesome. Let me know in the chat box if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer anything that you have come up. If you're not sure if Facebook ads will work for your business, that's a lot of the questions that I get usually. And so if you have any type of business where you're looking to build a relationship with your ideal clients, as opposed to as opposed to selling something like a pen where you just want to sell the pen and move on. We're all about building that relationship with your clients so you can create ongoing sales from those clients. You can build up a tribe of raving fans. If that's the type of business that you have where you're building up people who with relationships, we can help you with those ads in a super profitable way. So I'd love to have you on board, John. The online course is the complete course. If you just dive into the online course, it includes every single piece you need to get your ads up and running and live and make sure that you have the right strategy in place. The bonus is if you can make any of the live calls coming up on October 2nd, they start at 10 a.m. Pacific time on October 2nd for 5 weeks every Tuesday. If you can make any of the live calls, I do recommend that because you're going to get our eyes on your stuff to help you with that. But definitely everything you need is in the online membership site to get your ads up and running. Is Facebook limiting the targeting information? Facebook has changed some of the targeting. Mostly it was kind of targeting groups that didn't work very well. We haven't found too much change in any of the targeting options. The one significant change, I guess, if you're in the US, it was only available to you in the US, is you can't do income targeting anymore. So you can't say, I want to put my ads in front of people who make $100,000 or more. We typically didn't recommend that you use that targeting anyways because it made your ads more expensive. They have changed a few things in terms of privacy, but we're still seeing almost all the same options there. Yes, Nellie, 10 a.m. Pacific time, beginning on October 2nd for 5 weeks. Plus, you can join us at any one of the Facebook Faucet live events if you can make them. The first one is November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in Vancouver, Canada. The next one is the first week of April, so April 2019. And then we have another one in July that we haven't totally nailed down the dates on, but you would get all that information as we put it out. And even beyond then, we'll have another one in November 2019 too. So we're here to support you with your ads to get them up and running. So that's going to be all available to you. So let me know if you have any more questions in the chat box. We'll sign off here in a couple of minutes. I highly recommend that you hop on over. If you're at all interested in running Facebook ads for your business in the next 6 to 8 months, you want to get in on this deal. It's an incredible deal to come join us on those live calls, to get your ads up and running, for us to actually look at your ads and get our feedback before you ever spend a dime on your ads to get them up and running. I would love to have you out for there. Awesome. I'm super excited to have you on board, John. And it sounds like Nellie would be super excited to help you get your ads up and running. I see there's a few other people joined in earlier. Sorry, I missed your names in there. So super excited to have you guys come on board for the Facebook Faucet program. Everything you need to get your ads up and running, showing you the testing process, how to do the targeting that we just talked about. I know I can save you more than $1,000 on your ads, and I know that I can help you be profitable a lot more quickly with your ads than you would on your own. So if you are interested, I would so love it if you let me hold your hand to get your ads up and live. We have a whole team in place who's going to be there to support you in all of that. And one other thing I forgot to mention earlier on is we do have an amazing Facebook group that we set up, small group Facebook group just for you guys who are joining us for the October 2nd Facebook Faucet Bootcamp to get your ads up and running so that we can answer your questions in between the live calls. And yes, we do Facebook events. So John, I don't know where you're located. We do get people flying in from all over the world coming into our Facebook Faucet event. We've had Germany and Australia and Florida and just all over the place flying in for that. If you can make the live event, I have a special training program called the Event Filling Formula that's part of our VIP experience at the live event. That is a combination of using Facebook ads and Facebook events together to fill local workshops. So I love that. All the calls are recorded. You get full access to all the recorded calls. And so that you can, if you can't make the live calls, you can always hop back on them later. As well as the membership site has those little implementation videos, so you can walk through step by step and really in those really quick and short videos to get your stuff up and running. John from Minnesota, I'd love to see you out in Vancouver. If you are interested in that event filling formula as well, we can get it out there. Awesome, guys. I'm just going to check in and see. We got a few last people. So I see you guys hanging on there. I know for those of you hovering in the background, if you do have questions, let me know. My biggest goal out of today is, number one, helping you figure out if Facebook ads are a good fit for your business. If they're not a fit for your business, then you don't have to worry about following up on any other Facebook information, and you can have a clear mind moving in another direction. But if Facebook ads are right for you, if you're still on the call, let me hold your hand to get your ads up and running and live. I know we have the best training program out there that make ads super simple and allow you to get profitable the simplest way possible with the same kind of top results that we've been getting for ourselves and for our clients. So that's awesome. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I am going to, unless there's any last questions, I'm going to sign this off for now. But for those of you who are joining me in the Facebook Faucet program, I can't wait to meet you and actually get to talk to you a little harder through chat. We do our live training calls are on Zoom meetings, and so I get to see your smiling faces if you're willing to come on video with me and really get to know all about your business. So thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. I'm gonna shut down.